Hey, this is Notser, and we're checking out another user replay. This time, PlunderMyBooty is in the Tier 8 Premium Pan-Asian Destroyer Loyang, and the map is Neighbors. This doesn't have some clan loadout. It is using the ranked setup for the capture points, and that's unfortunate, honestly. The 2 total capture points, it basically means that neither side is going to gain an advantage until someone makes a mistake. So I kind of feel like it's more interesting with 3, but that's okay because PlunderMyBooty submitted this replay in response to the Bismarck game that I shared, and it's, quote, a nail-biter. I don't want to take any more information from the replay other than it's a nail-biter, and I'm really curious to see how it turns out. If you've got a crazy rank game or a crazy game that is going back and forth, it's very competitive, and it comes down to an extremely close ending, absolutely share that. I don't care if you played poorly or made a mistake or were the best gameplay that's ever been recorded for World of Warships. I just like these really close games because they cause a lot of stress for me. I'm sure it's stressful for viewers because they know exactly how that feels. They've been in a game like that and they've had to deal with it. So PlunderMyBooty, the good destroyer that he is, goes for A point. Unfortunately, because, oh man, the Prince Eugen already took like 50% damage. Because of the nature of Neighbors and the rank structure, there's only 2 capture points, so yes, the enemy destroyer or destroyers went towards B point. No one's going to gain an advantage. The only advantage that's gained is through killing ships, at least initially. So PlunderMyBooty is going to send his normal American 9.2 kilometer range torpedoes towards the enemy, not towards the Prince Eugen, probably towards North Carolina, Alabama, and Tirpitz, hoping that one of them just continues sailing directly towards B point. He pops smoke, and he's going to fire his guns. And, of course, we've got that whole press shift to zoom in on the binoculars. I shouldn't have to see that every time. If there's, like, something I haven't disabled, please let me know, but for whatever reason, it seems that replays do that all the time. So, Prince Eugen, pretty much dead in the first, minute of the game. And I'm sure he's incredibly satisfied with that. The only cruiser on the enemy team gone. Enemy kid appears to have moved to the south side of B point. Kid is not very strong when there's no aircraft carriers because all of the attractions that the kid has, the defensive fire, the heal, the smoke system, they're really good under a very certain setup. Aircraft carrier on the enemy team, the ability to smoke out, the ability to trade damage, and then heal yourself back up. The torpedo systems are garbage. And if you exist on a server, this is on North America, where there's not any aircraft carriers, I'm going to say that the Loyang is a superior ship. Just because you don't have the single torpedo launcher. That's incredibly useless. It feels like 1 torpedo, completely useless. 2 torpedo launchers, they go from useless to being incredibly useful because you can layer it in such a way that you can force the target to turn towards you, or take 2 separate sets and die completely in 1 salvo of torpedoes. Whereas with 1, and this is an issue on the French cruisers, they just need to dodge 1 set, and they don't have to worry about it at all. There's no secret hidden set that's coming. There's no cooldown that they have to watch out for if the target doesn't choose to send. You see the single set from the kid, you know it will never occur again until he rearms. So the enemy taking damage, his HE's honestly shattering on the gun, which is unfortunate, or the side of the ship. So he hasn't really done any damage outside of the fires being set for the last couple salvos there. The enemy, however, is pulling back. The torpedoes are not going to hit the target, unfortunately. Neither the torpedoes and the prior send. The kid was being detected. I think the kid's honestly he's openly firing on the enemy, which is PlunderMyBooty's team. I don't know that that's a good strategy. I think the better strategy would be to try and locate an enemy destroyer and use your American gun systems to overwhelm them. Because outside of a couple destroyers at this tier, your gun systems are absolutely better in a 1v1. But he's playing the game. There's still one destroyer not detected, and we don't know exactly where that destroyer is. I would guess that it is going to be even further to the southeast and trying to potentially torpedo the friendly battleships. That's what I would try and do. It does look like it's Japanese in origin. And someone's, pinging out that they feel like they are existing there. Yeah, DD out here behind us. That's what I would read. Not that that's what's going to occur, but that's you kind of get two types. You either get the type that goes for the objective, really aggressive, or you get the other type that is completely fine being unspotted for the entire duration of the game and only sending torpedoes every so often. And hopefully these torpedoes hit. The Tirpitz was right on the edge of possibly moving away from the torpedoes, and he is going to take two. Wow, he got two. I don't think the other set's going to hit because he should be fast enough to clear with the island being there and, go after this guy. He's going to use his smoke and hydroacoustic, exactly what he wants to use. And this kid is going to die. The fact that he can't see him is really, really discouraging, but also he's only got one torpedo set. One torpedo set's not really going to work against a DD in a smoke cloud. And he can't hide. Smoking is useless, and friendlies take him out. Kagero actually took him out. Interesting. So, game's been going okay. Honestly, based on the way the kid was playing, that's probably what should have happened to him. Openly firing and not really gaining any damage. Not really worth it. But there's still one undetected, and quite literally, undetected destroyer somewhere in the south side of the map. And if I was playing this, I would probably go and look for him. The reason being is the destroyer is honestly the only ship that can beat you in an objective sense. Yeah, sure, the battleships can kill you, and yeah, sure, if everything's wiped out, they could capture, but honestly, they're not going to. The destroyer is the one who's going to spot targets that it can't be return fire, and it's going to be going after the objective, which at this point is not very smart for B point, because there's 3 enemy battleships there. And the North Carolina's moving off. He's doing his own thing. He's checking out the northern side of the map. He wants to take pictures, photographs for his family, Instagram, Snapchat, that whole thing. So he's not worth the time. So, PlunderMyBooty. Moving back towards A point, there is Alabama, Overlord, 7. There's 7 Overlords at least in the game. Wow. And Plunder's looking around. Ooh, that New Orleans is going to die. Ooh, there's the enemy destroyer or friendly torpedoes. Yep, enemy destroyer. Oh, is he going to get the Kagero? Oh, no. Wow. Someone was looking away when they were driving. Oh, he's detected. Kagero is right there. Kagero is going for A point. Yeah, there he is. Just take this guy out, Plunder. You got him. 1v1. He can't do anything. Yeah, sure, there's an Alabama there, but you can take this guy out. It's actually trading really well. Ooh, Alabama's set up to take those torpedoes. This could be a double strike. Absolutely, this is exactly what Plunder needs to do. 2 torpedoes, 3 torpedoes. High caliber. Flood, is it sticking? I don't believe, yeah, the flood is not sticking. He will have to re-engage the Alabama. I honestly don't know why the Alabama is not firing at Plunder. And finally, the Kagero goes into smoke. In response, Plunder uses his smoke, and he's going to fire. And he's definitely going to use hydroacoustic when it comes up. He doesn't want to take any straggler torpedoes. The Kagero killed the friendly Kagero probably 30-40 seconds prior. His torpedo systems are about to come back up. If he can kill the Alabama, he saves a point for now. And his first torpedo launcher, another torpedo launcher, was unfortunately knocked out, so it has to recharge. His first torpedo set could be used against the other battleship that is hugging that island, and I expect him to do just that. Now, it's not showing up on the on the replay, because it doesn't communicate whenever you have selected a different target. And Kagero should die. Yes, good job, Kagero. Alright, alright. Not bad, Plunder. He can set another fire on the Alabama. Oh, actually, this will be his first fire on this Alabama. The prior one burned down. If he can set a fire, maybe bait him out to put the fire out. The torpedoes are about 20 seconds from hitting him. Is he going to make use of the enemy smoke? Nah, there's no time left on the smoke. Actually, yeah, there's no time left on that smoke. I was kind of confused because the icon switched. It's his smoke in the other area. Yeah, he would probably say to himself, it's a waste of my time going after the smoke because of its duration. But he doesn't have to worry about an enemy destroyer coming after him. They're dead. So every ship, conceivably, will be spotted well before it could hurt Plunder. And Plunder sends a torpedo. The Alabama's eyeing him. For sure, Plunder just needs to avoid taking any unnecessary damage, stay back. Enemy Tirpitz is rushing the friendly North Carolina. He's going to use his torpedoes. The North Carolina is probably going to die. And okay. Good dispersion there, Plunder. Good dispersion. Yep. Salty is absolutely correct. Tirpitz will be torpedoing the North Carolina, and he will be killing him. But he could show his side too much and maybe trade. And it looks good. It looks like the Alabama's going to die, which is good. Tirpitz, unfortunately, takes out the North Carolina. And it's still a trade. Now, the enemy team actually sat in at A point long enough to gain a considerable advantage over the team that Plunder's on. Plus, they've lost one more battleship, actually 2 more battleships than the enemy team. And now the New Orleans, who was already low, is dead. So it's all on Plunder. Plunder needs to capture the B point, get a torpedo kill on the Tirpitz. We know the North Carolina is probably 35,000. That would be my guess on his health pool. He's going to show himself, but you want to make sure that you don't come around a corner right in front of him. That would be terrible. So Plunder's going to send his 2 sets. Why not? Tirpitz is going to go towards A point. Not that the Tirpitz needs to do that. Tirpitz honestly just needs to defend B point. They don't have any way of detecting Plunder. If I was the enemy team and I had obviously the ability to review my play, I would probably head for B point. That's the only way Plunder wins the game, is getting a kill and capturing B point. And it does look like the Tirpitz is going to be a little greedy. Knowing full well that he's detected, he's going to go towards A point. And that's unfortunate for the Tirpitz, because it does look like he's sailing directly into the path of 1, maybe 2. Oh, crap. So we know the North Carolina is very close. Look at where that aircraft is. He's going to take one right on the nose. The North Carolina is going to show up. If he goes forward into this area, he could be visible to the North Carolina as he crosses path between B point and these 2 islands on his starboard side. It's clearly rotating around a North Carolina, and oh my god, he is so close. Yep, there he is. Oh no. North Carolina, his guns were not set up. Interesting. But it won't take too long. He gets a shot off. He's got HE loaded. Interesting. And he is now detected by hydroacoustic. Okay. Well, the battleship needs to be moving outside of range. This is the only way PlunderMyBooty could do any damage to him. The enemy Tirpitz is probably going to capture A point. Alright, he finally gets out of range. I would just sail off into the edge of the map if I was the North Carolina. There's almost 200-point difference, and they're going to capture A point. So this capture is irrelevant. But I think the North Carolina is going to make a mistake and take a torpedo. Man, if he could set him on fire, that would be great. And you know, the North Carolina's so mad. I can't see this guy. How can he see me? All right. Tirpitz definitely trying to rotate around. Basically where Plunder's looking. If Plunder is... If he's got what it takes, I think he could ambush him with torpedoes, because they're going to be back up basically right when he needs them. Now, that's incredibly dangerous, but he needs to make a play. He needs to either kill a battleship and or capture A point, stop the tick rate. So this is basically the only play he's got. Is it going to work out? This is the moment of truth. As he rounds this corner, where is the Tirpitz? And the Tirpitz is far away. The Tirpitz could easily shoot him dead. If he could just rotate his guns, put his secondaries on the target. And oh my god. He missed. He missed. Is that all the shots? Oh, he spent too much. Why would you waste time sending torpedoes? Every shot missed. He's moving back. He's going to burn down. 996. Obviously, there's no capture going on. Oh my god, the Tirpitz is going to die. His guns are not rotated. His secondary damage is really bad. I wonder if he went a concealment build. 62 health. Wow, 62 health. And the North Carolina, he's not close enough to change it. The chat's like, you magnificent bastard. 62 health, PlunderMyBooty. Wow. I can't believe that. He's just won the game. He's going to capture A point. They're going to have more capture than the enemy, and the North Carolina can't do anything. Wow. Yeah, I don't know why the Tirpitz secondaries were so inept. Maybe when he rotated all the way around, there was a dead zone, a significant dead zone, where they weren't going off on Plunder. He just needed to kill him. In that scenario, he just needed to kill Plunder. But the combination of secondaries and his main battery, they didn't do any damage. I think he hit one main battery and it overpinned. Everything else missed. The secondaries got him really close to dying, but not quite. It's all over. It is all over, and that was a exciting ending, Plunder. Very well played, my friend. Very well played. And there you go. Great job, PlunderMyBooty. You waited until the very last possible second to go in and capture that base, go after that Tirpitz, and hope, fingers crossed, that those shells just traversed everywhere but on your ship, and it ended up working out just barely. Just barely. A single secondary, a single main battery touching him, he's dead. And yes, that is fortunate for him, but he put himself in position to benefit from that, and that's the important thing. Plunder played it well. He didn't just accidentally win that game, and we should all be thankful that he shared it with us, because these really close, tense games are so enjoyable to watch. If you have a game of similar quality, please don't be afraid. Share it. Send it to notserreplay@gmail.com. I and everyone else would love to watch these games. They're incredible. They're absolutely why I play the game, why I watch these games. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.